Welcome to another exciting episode of Simon Says Wrestling. And it's been a minute. It's been a minute and a half. Work's got me by the balls, so it's been kind of hard to record as of late. But I felt I needed to come through so we can start discussing some issues that are happening around the WWE at this point in time. And as always, guys, just hit the like button, hit the subscribe, hit the share button, turn on the notification bell so you guys can get the notification. Channel is currently on 45 subscribers. I would have liked it to be on at least 90 by this time of the year. But it's never too late to hit the sub button, never too late to start talking wrestling and conversing in everything that is wrestling. So, a lot of developments have taken place in the WWE as of late. In the corporate section, there's been a lot of deals that have taken place, and those deals at this point in time, it seems like the bigger the brand gets, the more neglected the fans are. So, to me, we're gonna start off with the ESPN deal. Obviously, a huge deal for the WWE, and congratulations to them for landing that deal. I can only assume that it's one of the biggest deals to take place in I don't remember the last time I saw WWE on ESPN, but it's obviously a great acquisition for the company. It's gonna do great for the money coming in and the revenue. But it seems like I'm starting to pick up a trend where it seems that the fans are being left behind every time a new deal is being structured. It seems that we tend to bend the norm and try to accommodate the people coming in. So for me, as a fan with these deals coming through, I'm very happy that the brand is growing in the rate that it does, but I hate being neglected as a fan. I feel like some of the decisions that are taken in terms of the deals, once they are sorted and once they are handled and carried over to the WWE, we as the fans take the biggest knock. We as the fans tend to take a back seat to accommodating these new partners, these new partnerships. It happened with Netflix when Dwayne the Final Fraud Johnson came through, broke kayfabe and character, and decided to give a speech because he felt like it. Also the same with the ESPN deal. Not a lot has changed, but I hated the way that ESPN, in a way, rated a WWE show. There was an article that was out where ESPN was basically rating how the WWE show went, and I think they gave them a grade C or something like that, which I don't think it's a good reflection for a newly formed partnership to obviously take place, but then one of the partners goes out and says the fact that the show was a grade C. Um, Obviously, a whole lot of interactions happened with big names like Stephen A. Smith. There was a video making the rounds of him giving his top five wrestlers of all time, and Bill Goldberg was number one on that list. And like I said, Brett, the old grumpy fart, is not gonna like that one at all. And it seems like we're doing more controversy to get more eyes rather than presenting the product with its beauty to what it was. I've tried to defend Triple H on a numerous amount of occasions. I've tried to obviously give him the benefit of the doubt as to how his decisions are maybe being influenced by higher ups. That still hasn't changed for me, but it seems that the Triple H that we fell in love with, that was booking the WWE 4 years ago, when he finally had control over the whole show, seems like he has just let it slip, and now he's just booking the show for corporate dudes who just occasionally watch wrestling just for the matches. The exposure is great. There's a lot of buzz, there's a lot of hype around the WWE. I'm loving it for the WWE. But like I said at the beginning of this video, are we as the fans taking a back seat? Are we as the fans coming last to them whilst money is the one thing that they're chasing? TKO at this point in time has made it very clear. An alarming article came out when they said that TKO wasn't even catering for families. That one kind of struck a nerve because it opens up the discussion as to when Vince McMahon had the vision for the WWE, he obviously stated it to be a family orientated show where the whole family can come out and enjoy. So now when TKO says and comes out and blatantly say it's not for families, that's very alarming. And it's very contradictory given the fact that Triple H himself has come out at some point and said the reason why SummerSlam was made into a 2-night event was because they want to treat it as a family vacation. Some families treat it as a vacation. Some people actually go, and it's not a bad point. It's actually a valid point. The fact that you would take your family on a weekend away, travel overseas, book yourselves in from maybe Monday to Monday, and know that during the weekend you're gonna be watching SummerSlam or watching WrestleMania. That's a great, obviously, vacation plan because they have a lot of meet and greets just before the shows. They have promos that take place with live fans. They don't do press conferences. I would like to think. I don't know. I still don't know where they stand with that because they've been having interviews that take place after events with superstars, obviously letting us know where they stand with certain stuff. And it's just so we're in a weird era. We're in a weird era where we can be filled with so much content, so much superstars that could give us such great stories, but we can't. We'd rather be facing the whole people going into what's trending and what's hot at this point in time. And like I've been saying, I love the fact that they're being corporately aligned and being bigger and better every single time. But for the fact that the fans get the back seat while the corporate guys get the front seat, and just, yeah, it's just so alarming for me. And I don't like the fact that we always get the last seat. I don't like the fact that we take the back seat to the corporate dudes. Another thing is WrestleMania. Obviously, I've given my thoughts on the fact that I don't like the fact that WrestleMania is going to be taking place in Las Vegas in 2 consecutive years. And now it seems that WrestleMania is going to Saudi Arabia. Personally, I have nothing against Saudi Arabia. Politics and everything wise, I may not agree with them religiously, but I have nothing against it. I've never had a problem with the WWE hosting a show at Saudi Arabia. But now it seems that WrestleMania will be going to the highest bidder. These gents are paying, I think, 250 million US dollars to host the WrestleMania. And I think they paid 100 million US dollars to host the Royal Rumble. So that just lets you know the magnitude of the tourism and the amount of activity that takes place within the WWE. For a city to be paying that much money to host the show, they can only make it, I'm assuming that they will only make more than what they're giving in. So for me, it just gives us an idea as to the scale of the amount of business and tourism that the WWE can bring. Now, do I think this can be bought into South Africa? I don't think so. I converted a standard accommodation ticket for one individual at WrestleMania. It's 520, I think it was 527 US dollars. Converted into rands, it works out to about 10K. That's just for the ticket. I'm not mentioning the fact that we would have to take a flight from this side all the way to Saudi Arabia, and then it's not gonna be a cheap one. So I don't know. It's a crazy time where we might have to start realizing that the fact that the WWE might be the UFC's little brother, and at this point in time, the highest bidder will get the highest paying pay-per-views. So I'm talking your SummerSlam, I'm talking your Royal Rumble, I'm talking your WrestleManias, I'm talking the Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania. So it'll always be interesting to see. It's not going to be as interesting because the highest bidder will obviously get the highest shows. So for me, it's just crazy at this point in time. No issues with Saudi Arabia hosting the show. I'm just concerned at the fact that we might be missing on extremely good crowds just to accommodate a huge budget. Imagine WrestleMania in London. Imagine WrestleMania at Clash in Paris. I literally believe that it might not be the government in Paris, but the fans in Paris have proven themselves to be worthy of actually hosting a WrestleMania. The crowd interaction, the madness that they bring, imagine that on a scale of WrestleMania in a stadium somewhere. That would be just amazing to see. So for me, throughout this whole point, obviously with ESPN and Saudi Arabia, I don't like the fact that the fans are taking a back seat to the corporate decisions that are being made in the WWE. Also, Logan Paul, Seth Rollins, Bianca Belair, Tiffany Stratton, they mustn't lie to us. Those guys were miserable at that interview. It was very easy to see. And I guess if it's your job, it's your job. It's something you gotta do. When they say we're going there, whether you like it, you believe it or not, it's a job, you're getting paid to do it. So also, the other thing that I just wanted to discuss shortly, it's not going to be a long episode because obviously it's not a review, it's just the things that have been taking place and transpiring as of late. I have a challenge. This is an innocent challenge to any of my AEW counterparts or AEW fans or AEW superstar or AEW roster. How about starting from the 1st of January? We as the WWE fans will not say anything regarding your product, whether good or bad. And you guys with your fans, your superstars, say nothing about the WWE. And let's see which company is actually riding off of which company's cocktail. Because I'm starting to see a trend, and it seems like it's a contract that these AEW superstars have signed, and it's that for every day in 1 month you need to say something bad about the WWE. So how would it be? It's just a challenge. Obviously, I'm dreaming big, and it's nothing that's probably going to happen. But starting on the 1st of January 2026, AEW fans talk about AEW. WWE fans talk about WWE. WWE superstars talk about WWE. AEW superstars talk about AEW. Nobody mentions Triple H. Nobody mentions MVP. Nobody mentions Booker T. Nobody mentions Gail Kim. Nobody mentions Kenny Omega. We keep it strictly. The product you watch is the product that you talk about. And if I see a post about you raving and complimenting and talking crazy about your brand and saying how it's better than whatever brand, say that you enjoy the show and you enjoyed it because of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Do not compare WWE to AEW and AEW to WWE. How would that be? Just for a year, even if it's for like 3 months, let's see which company will then be obviously doing better or riding off of another company's coke. There's something that I want to see. Something that I want to see. It's just a challenge that I want us to have as the universe. And let's just see which company is depending on which company. The other major news obviously taking place at this point in time is the fact that with Wrestlemania going to Saudi Arabia, we might be in for some crazy matches being booked. Triple H might be coming back. I don't know how, because he has a heart condition. Shawn Michaels has already gone in for double knee surgery. The Undertaker is... The memes that are going around online are just crazy. The memes that are going online are just crazy. If there's any other topics that I've missed that you guys would like to talk about, hit the comment section. Let me know what caught your attention in this past few months. Let me know what you would like to see in the WWE, what you would like to see more of, and what you would like to see less of. And obviously, like I've said in my previous videos, why is The Miz not being considered as one of John Cena's biggest rivals, and why is he not getting a match in this retirement tour? Something to bite your and to sink your teeth in. Let me know if The Miz does deserve to be his this next opponent, but I think personally he would be a great opponent for John Cena. But as always, guys, hit the like button, hit the share button, turn on the notification bell, and as always, please share. Follow me on all socials. I would say I'm more active on TikTok than anything else. Please go to the TikTok page. It's @SimonSaysWrestling. Hit the like button, hit the follow button. Let me know what you think. Let's interact. Let's talk more wrestling. And as always, peace.